Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize. It has been a while since my last broadcast, but that's because I haven't really found games to play that I can broadcast. My A Knight's Quest series has, as far as I know, come to an end. People have been saying that most PlayStation 4 games are so obsolete that they just don't play them. They just don't allow the play of them anymore. I don't know how true that is, if that's an actual thing or not, but it has brought my A Knight's Quest series to an end, because I can't get to the fire temple, or air quote fire temple, to continue the progression of the story. So I don't know. I'll keep them up on YouTube if PlayStation wants to make that game PS5. Wants to bring it on the PS5 and not PS4. Then I'll just go off screen and get it to where do the things that I've done in in previous videos. So hopefully it fixes itself out. If it doesn't, well, it's kind of unfortunate. I was really liking that game. Anyway, this game, Decay of Logos, is a PlayStation 4 free game. So I'm going to play it until it too becomes obsolete. Which has kind of been my unfortunate with a bunch of my games. But yeah, I've already started it. I like it. To me, it's kind of Dark Souls and Legend of Zelda if they had a baby. And you will see what I mean by that later on. Without further ado, let's begin. The sleep of reason produces monsters. You just scared away out. And it looks like my village is kind of burning. Alright, so that was our initial first enemy. I can't exactly look in my inventory right now. This is our character. She's kind of an elf. Or is an elf. Her name is Ava, I do believe, as far as what the game description says. This is my village, I think. I haven't exactly read about the initial start of the game, so I'm just kind of going on what I think. But that first enemy was the initial combat, like how the combat goes to be. And we cross the bridge. And I think this is my parents. Or someone I know and care deeply about. And I think I made friends with an elk. Since there really isn't anything to any talk, I'll just go with what I know so far, or what I think I know. So that initial first enemy killed what I think is my parents. Burnt my village to the ground. And by what I've looked at a few of the trophies, I am exploring areas to find the king, and one trophy is kill him, another trophy is die by him. So I don't know if it like throws you into New Game Plus if you die by him, or New Game Plus if you kill him. I'll find that out when I get to it. There are a few trophies that I've collected already, so I won't see them as trophies, but I will point out of the ones I've done when I come to them. This elk is kind of my companion, so I throw up the name of the game. The elk kind of follows you around. He kind of counts as an increased poisonous and thorny ivy prevents you from accessing doors and chests. A torch or magic can help you make quick work of the troublesome obstacle. My elk kind of works as a secondary inventory. And I say that because this is my inventory. So what I currently have equipped, I just picked up that cave sword, which does 25 damage, base damage, no fire, no poison, no paralyze, and consumes 15 stamina. This basically counts as my bag. Here's my stats. They change throughout different levels. Echoes are the world's collectibles. Different echoes will tell different stories about the game. I probably won't read them because of the few that I've collected in my test game. Some of them are quite long, so I'll probably just keep them on screen long enough to let you pause the video and read it if you want. And I have magic, which I'll be getting to magic items later on once I collect them. My miscellaneous health potions will be up there. Arrows I'll collect from different barrels, chests, and enemies that I kill. Light projectile with an iron tip, commonly used by hunters from pleb settlements. And lullaberries. Scarlet berry, commonly used by the plebs to lull children to sleep, for it has pleasantly soothing effect on the body and mind. Some hunters also utilize it to tame a wild creature. And then quests. Once I talk with a few NPCs that I found, they'll give me a quest. So, I have the ability to mount my elk and use them as inventory. So I can move different items that are on my person to him. I believe I get the first bar where the sword is, and then I get another bar underneath. And I think that's all the inventory he has. I haven't quite filled it in my test game, so I don't know if he has more inventory than that. But I will figure that out. Nothing back there. So we got our first chest up here. Pick up a hearty brew. Drinkable mixture that prompts an immediate surge of vitality, quickly restoring user's health. The liquid has a red tint. So, my options, and my controls. So, I can cycle my items with right D-pad, cycle my weapons that I collect with left D-pad, magic with up D-pad, call my companion with down D-pad, interact and jump with X, sprint with circle, crouch and slide with square, light and heavy with the right trigger R1, R2, shield and magic with L1, L2, touchpad with inventory, and movement. I can change the alternate, and then it kind of changes the things as well. I won't be using alternate though. Okay. So that's the options. You can read these. Good pilgrim understands that friendship emboldens the spirit in the face of adversity. Thou shalt always try to clear a path back to thy kingsmen, and seek solace in their companionship. So there's some tips. Thou should make use of both thy light and heavy attacks to ward off danger. Light and heavy. R1L, R2. Block and parry. Some blessed shields allow the pilgrim to perform powerful twines with ease, for they are imbued with magica. So that's how I do that. Thou should make sure the most important items are easily accessible in thy belt. Thy good pilgrim also tries to keep their inventory well supplied at all times. Use item with triangle. This counts as a bonfire or pray altar. Sorry, I'm still been fighting allergies, so you're gonna hear my sniffles. Thou should lock thine enemies on eyes on a target. If overcoming the enemy is proving to be insurmountable task, dodging incoming blows then become a simple matter of timing and focus. So I dodge with X and L. So that's my dodge. Thou should make use of jumping and sprinting to keep thyself from harm. That's my jump and sprint. And I believe we have our first enemy. Onion plant. Two onion plants. Many a times the pilgrim will be tempted to explore areas off the beaten path by the promise of earthly goods. Thou should be mindful of covetous thoughts. And we pick up a balmy brew. Drinkable mixture that prompts a continuous flow of vitality, slowly restoring the user's health over time. Any additional damage taken halts this effect. The liquid has a white tint. Chest. Fiery sap. Combustible fluid extracted from a rare plant and bottled by pleb servants. Applying it to weapons imbues them with the power to burn the enemy. The liquid has an orange tint. And if we head over here, wrong lava. Emperor's New Groove, one of my favorite movies. And we're back here with a shortcut. This leads back to the altar. And now we come up here. Take care of this enemy first. There we go. Another balmy brew. I'll probably read the potions at least once. Thou should remember to always watch thy step, lest thy pilgrimage be cut short. So basically implying that that is a fall. There is fall damage in this game, and it is not very remorse. Fall damage hurts. The slightest fall does hurt a lot. Enemies aren't very forgiving either. Come on. Pop one of these. Icy brew. You running off? It's upsetting the locals. A drinkable mixture that quickly turns perspiration into small ice crystals, putting an end to all burning damage. Liquid has a blue tint. So we're gonna save you and you for now. Putting them in my elk doesn't means I don't carry them around. Good eye. I knew it was here somewhere. Thou should avoid battling multiple foes simultaneously, for thou could get easily overwhelmed. Ranged weapons can be used to lure a single target at a time. Yeah, well, I don't have a bow, so can't quite lure enemies if I don't have something to lure them with. Lullaberry, give to your companion for comfort. Scarlet berry, commonly used by the plebs. Oh, I already read that. So, since we grabbed one of those, we'll feed him. And we'll calm him down. And then we're able to mount him. Now, I don't know about you, about any of you guys, but I don't like riding him because the controls, he's very finicky. And if, it's kind of funny, if he gets too stressed out, he kicks you off. And you can cuddle him to calm him down. And periodically you can feed him those lullaberries to calm him down as well. Another icy brew. So this is a poisonous mushroom. Don't exactly know why you would eat it, but it does inflict poison onto you when you eat it. I don't know why you can't pick it up to like apply, poison to your weapon. But they don't give me that ability, so... So if you're standing over an item, you can't drink one. So I have to walk away from the item to drink it. Which one's going to come fight me first? You. Okay. The timing is very finicky on attacks, so I'm actually attempting to dodge out of the way, and the game's just like, nah, no dodging for you. Unfortunately, for being a like Souls game, there is no backstab that I know of. If there is, I haven't figured out how to do it. Another palmy brew. So this way leads back to our door that we opened. So this is the other route. Two more over here. Come on. Let me attack this. Okay. Didn't want to attack me at all, did you? Selfie brew. A drinkable mixture that counteracts any kind of poison, preventing it from draining the user's health over time. Liquid has a purple tint. So if I were to eat one of those mushrooms or get poisoned, I would pop that Salvi brew and it would counteract poison. Alright, we're going to head over here, collect you. Oh, here's one of the deals. Listen. Echo memory collected. So you ran Echo 1. The Wandering Bard. Leave that on there for a minute. Okay. Harbor Sanctum. Let me bring that up. Hardy Brew. Yeah. We're actually going to go up here. While running, you just press your jump interact button to jump the gap. We got another poisonous mushroom.
You there, please, please, don't leave me here to rot. You must get me out.
Apparently we have somebody trapped in a cage. Alright. I'm actually going to turn that down just a hair. So it looks like we have a door, a lever, and an item. But if I were to take that fall, that would kill me. While you're on a ladder, if you press your sprint button, you will drop down. You will slide down the ladder.
You're still so young. But I see it. I certainly do. That fire in your eyes, burning with determination. I can tell you've got some fight. I'm just a humble wheat trader. I mean no harm. I have done no wrong. Those things, they threw me in this damned cell. I've eaten nothing but dirt for days. Heaven knows what they've got in store for me. Wooden aberrations. Bloody wooden beasts. Utter madness, I tell you. There was an ambush. My mates, they... Oh, heavens above, my mates. We were stashing our wares at the usual trading spot, inside an arks up north. I know it must be close by, for they haven't dragged me far. My abductors may have returned there. Up on the cliff overlooking this sanctum, across the broken ark, one of the woodmen should be carrying the key. I beg of you, please, you must find it. Up on the cliff overlooking this sanctum.
Yeah, because if we go to pull that, it tells us it's still locked. Alright, I'm going to turn that down just a little more. Alright, we got a chest. A fiery crimson knight spear. Ooh. $40 damage, 40 fire damage, but 65 stamina per swing. Wooden spear with a pointed head made from red-colored metal, embellished with golden ornaments, a common yet efficient tool from the royal garrison's arsenal. Permanently enhanced with fiery sap, this weapon is imbued with the power to burn foes. I did not get this in my first game, so the items in the chest are going to be sometimes different than what I collect from what I collect in my first game. So you walk up the ladder. Now, falling from there to the ground is too far a drop, so that's why you land on the boxes and you kind of don't take any fall damage. We pick up iron level number 1. Quest item. So these are quest items, not quests, not like quest markers. Simple iron bar of ancestral origin, meant to be attached to an ancient mechanism. And we get another hearty brew. Mechanisms crafted by our kinsmen are often worn out from use. In case a piece is missing from a particular contraption, thou should search for it in the surrounding area. So that's just telling you that if you can't find a lever, go look for it somewhere else. Or if the mechanism doesn't have a lever. And that opens our door. Now, this is where we came down before, but I wasn't able to get in here because I couldn't open the door. You are not very nice. Bracers of bark. Pair of arm kit coverings made of wood. Improvised pieces of armor can be fashioned from the corpse of the hollowed woodman, barely sufficient beings that plague the areas around Paulus. Base damage is 7, poison defense 15, paralyzed defense 8. No fire damage, no fire reduction, because it's a piece of wood for an arm. Kind of makes sense, and it wouldn't really protect you from fire. Get another hearty brew. A couple more boxes. One more hearty brew. One more box. need it anyway. It's just a poison vial. Another salvie brew. Unfortunately, I can only hold 5 and they don't stack. So this is why I say use your companion. Balmy brew in the pillar. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can see it, but this one barrel here is glowing. That is a mimic. And by mimic, I mean an enemy in disguise. And he hits like a truck. Oh. Definitely hits like a truck. But focusing on a single enemy is a good choice most of the time. I also get to talk about the dying in this game. So, unlike Dark Souls, when you die, you have to go back and pick up, the souls. Well, this game doesn't have souls, but the unfortunate is if you get hit or you die, your stats decrease. And unfortunately, there is no way to decrease the stats or reset the stats for right now. There is another altar that kind of looks like this, but it allows me to rest. They call them campfires or camps. And I will be seeing one of those later on. Damn onions. But luckily, every time you die, you can come back to areas and pick up as the boxes reset. The chests don't, but the boxes do. Now, every box has a small chance of dropping the potions. I don't know if it's just the potions or if you can get arrows out of them or anything else. I've only been able to get potions as of right now. Where? There you are. I'm actually going to go down here now that I unlocked that door. So we come down here. Well, it didn't stay up. Well, you don't like fire, do you? You want to come down here too? Burn, baby, burn. That should be... Alright. Well, that brings that up. And if you look, we have a chest there, so that's why I'm bringing that up. What do we got? 48 minutes. We get a Blade of Azar. Does plus 10 damage. Uses more stamina. Doesn't do any fire, poison, or paralyze. So we're going to store that. Now, that uses my one storage spot. I can hold up to 3 weapons, but only swap between these two on the fly. If I want to swap to this one, I have to be out of combat and press triangle to swap it. But we're going to hold off on swapping it because what I like to use is my weakest weapon first, because that little sliver above my handle, the orange, that's my durability. So see, I've taken some durability on the bracers that I had. So once that runs fully out of durability, once the orange is completely gone, it breaks. So what I think... Also, this game doesn't have a drop attack. these guys don't like fire, so. It does unfortunately use a lot of, oh, there's some notched arrows. It does use a lot of stamina. I don't like fire damage either. And I leveled up. Got another hardy brew where I can. You also want to be careful when you're fighting these enemies next to the wall. Sometimes the weapon will hit the wall and not the, ooh, we got Greaves of Bark. Sometimes the weapon will hit the wall and not the enemy. So now I got a pair of leg coverings made of wood. So, arms and legs. Another hardy brew. Ow. On fire and you're still able to hit me. Alright. So I was able to get a level up after my first unfortunate death. You kind of want to be careful when you're fighting those mimics and onion guys. Onions are, you know, kind of small, and those mimics, they are tanky. Oh, I am considered tired. Yep. So you'll notice you're holding your stomach and hunched over. Basically, my stats are too low, and I am considered tired. But what I'm gonna do, I don't think you'll pass out or anything, but I am going to head back up to my little companion up there and put down some of these extra potions so I have them. Come here. And we're at 55 minutes. So what I'm going to do is, calm you down. Store my potions. Then I'm going to head back down here, grab those potions that I left, and I'll see you guys back up here. So, catch you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.